spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies and sequence dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mustang 19. 10, 18, 10, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught right side. It's Warren. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
18, 60 Vikings, 6 Warriors, 70.
Now back to throw. Got his man. It's Warren. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. The Falcons at 8-1 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
That's another
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Panthers first down.
They'll run here with a rookie. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Once again, it's Genty. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Genty, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Panther 11. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Warriors 70.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This is caught by McMillan. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third and 9 here.
60 Bobcats. Let's go now. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
18, 19, light, cut 19, cut 19.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. To the left side, he's got the tight end Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Warriors 70. Come on, set, Dragon, Panther 11, go.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Bronco, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
2nd and 6. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Hut.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Warren with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That's quickly out to Harrison. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. But he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra point attempt. Unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The 2nd half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Dragon 6, cut back 6, Cowboy 80.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll set up to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
79, 7 Pirates, Viking 18.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this is going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. Room here to run. Touchdown, Falcons.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 16-point lead. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Panthers.
In motion, that's Tolbert. To throw, Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
10 yards to
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
And the Panthers, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Panthers.
Williams going to look to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
In motion, that's Tolbert. A give out of the gun to Genty. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Williams. Now Williams loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this 3rd quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Get it? 18. Not saying 19.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Throwing is Williams.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert,
28 yards.
and the Panthers get a bit closer.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
Williams going to throw for it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another.
Seven Pirates. Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Buffalo 60 Bobcats. 60.
He'll look to throw.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
17.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Trap 50.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? Not 18. 70. Timberwolf.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Jalen Warren
With a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the air, Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this throw will be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down.